Oh, yay! Okay, so sorry guys, I had to look at my notes really fast. So I'm so excited. I was saying right when I got on, this is by far my favorite team training we've done because we just actually have a lot of really exciting things to share with you guys. Um, to give you a little bit of an overview, we're going to cover three really big topics tonight. But these next few months are going to be absolutely life-changing for your business. So whatever situation like you and your family are in right now, just know that, and basically basically by the end of April, your situation is going to be completely different. Your life is going to be completely different. Like life as you know it is going to change. So it's going to happen really fast and it's going to be intense and you are going to literally live your life completely differently. So I'm super excited for this. Everything that's about to happen, we have a lot of different things in place and it's honestly like so many things that like we as leaders have never even had access to. So we're beyond thrilled. I wanted to start out by telling you guys that first and foremost, we have the 90-day challenge going on right now for our team. Now, it is called the Get Your Six Back.
We'll just have to
and
later.
It is a group for you to put all of your loyal customers from this month into that group. They're going to get recipes, motivation, workouts. They're going to win prizes. And it's also just a community for people to get to have encouragement and support and kind of check into every day for that. So a few things about that. One is there is another challenge going on for the Rewiring Rapstars page. That is a different challenge than ours. You're more than welcome to put your LCs in that challenge if you prefer. That's not the one that we are doing. That challenge is very, very large. So there is a $500 prize, but it's basically like a competition. So, whatever you guys want to do, this is the one that we're putting in place. And it's just more of a support group with prizes and, people are going to win things. But it's really just encouraging people to they don't have to focus on, losing the most weight or being better than anyone, but just focus on their own goals. And they're going to get a lot of, like I said, recipes, workouts, support, all of that kind of stuff. So how I have been going about that is I have been telling everyone, hey, whether you're promoting the new It Works system or whether if you're just even promoting other products. I have a lady who's getting exfoliating peel and I was like, hey, I know this is just exfoliating peel. I don't know what your goals are for, your New Year's resolution, but here's this group I have. And I told her, what she would get from it. And she's like, oh yeah, absolutely. I would love to be a part of that. So it's just something that you can offer your loyal customers to say, hey, this is this group that's going on. You will get to win free products as well as, all of the other things. So every year we've gotten a lot of excitement. We always do this, New Year's going forward for 3 months. The cutoff time is going to be the end of January. So we're going to have to get all of our loyal customers in there in the month of January. But it's just a great way to promote to people because people just get excited about being entered into a challenge. What was the other thing I was gonna say on that? Oh, most importantly, this is a time that you guys, as far as the challenge goes, you need to choose your own challenge. So if you want to do the system, I think it's awesome. Anyone who wants to do the system, I highly encourage it. But if you have other products you want to use, that's totally fine too, because all of us are different. All of our goals are different. Our bodies are different. So pick whatever products you want to use. Like pick 3 products and talk to people about it. Post about it on your social media. Say, I am starting my 90-day challenge. This is what my goals are. This is what I'm using, and keep posting about it, on your social media so that people will be like, oh, like I want to do that too. Whatever she's doing, I want to do that. And the other thing is because then at the end of this 90-day challenge, you're going to have your own results that you can share with people. And you don't have to post a picture on your social media of yourself if you don't want to. If you do, it honestly will get you crazy business. You don't have to though. You can still just talk about your journey. You can talk about your results. Like words hold emotions, words hold a lot of feelings and have a lot of impact. So, but you all need to have those personal testimonies to share, because that does more for your business than anything. For the past 2 years, I've always done a 90-day challenge. For those of you who don't know, my weight loss journey with It Works over 2 years has been 40 pounds. And nothing gets me more business than sharing that with people right there. And no, it didn't happen overnight, but I also haven't gained my weight back. And now this is the first challenge I'm going into where I told Jackie, I was like, I don't have anything to lose. So now I get to actually be at a place where I talk to people and say, this is how I maintain. These are the supplements I take every day. This is, this is how I have kept it off. And this is how I did it a healthy way, because we're not offering a quick fix. We're offering people real health. We're offering them a holistic approach to health. So pick out those products and really start talking to people about that. And I'll let Jackie kind of cut in here. You're muted.
Sorry, I panicked. My dog was trying to walk up the steps, and he had a stroke. So this is big news for us that he's walking up the steps. So I was cheering him on. Anyway, so we're on to the potential page. Sorry, I lost my train there for a second with the whole.
So I just finished up about the challenge. I don't know if you wanted to add anything else about the challenge and getting customers in there.
I think that you said everything perfectly. I mean, it doesn't have to be the system. When I said on that video, I want us to get us all in the system. Really, I should have said I want us to get on whatever your system could be. And honestly, the system's great. It's not new products, but it is a great price point. They save $29, which is awesome. And it's just great to be able to reach out to those people, current LCs and potential loyal customers with this new system, especially around the new year. So it was very genius of them to package it all together, give the blender bottle, because blender bottle is branding. We're going to have all these people, loyal customers, walking around with It Works Global on their blender bottles. So I mean, it's
just to clarify, that's a $29 savings off of the already loyal customer price, not from retail. That's just like loyal customer pricing. They're still saving an extra $29.
So I do encourage you guys. I mean, branding, that is huge. I know we've talked about that before. Even if you don't order the system per se, you can order blender bottles and stuff like that. They have the It Works Global blender bottle. They have water bottles. They have coffee mugs. They have literally everything you could ever want on the myitworkstore.com. And, get that for yourself. Get something. It's very affordable. You can find something that you can brand yourself. So when you're running errands, whether it's a shirt or a coffee mug or something, you don't necessarily have to do the system, okay? But like I said, it is great to promote that right now because it is new. We have some great graphics. If you guys go to It Works Global's Facebook page, click on the photos, you're going to see some awesome corporate graphics. They look very professional. My business page, I just did have you seen that one, Caitlin? The new It Works system, and it's got the bottles like laying on the side, and there's powder, and you can see the greens. I put that as my cover photo, and it was made for a cover photo, you guys. So it works perfectly and looks so professional. So even on your personal pages, I know we don't want to be too salesy, but sometimes cover photos are kind of nice because then people are like, you're not blowing up their feed with it, but if they go to your page, they're going to see it. But then you also have your personal pictures. So.
And in the documents, in your document library, if you go under products, you're going to see the It Works system, and it's going to give you PDFs, and it's awesome information to look over because it actually gives people a rundown of food replacement. So when it's like the, 2 days of, cleaning up your diet, it actually shows you like, instead of eating this, eat this. Instead of eating this, eat this. And it gives like real food replacements as well as a breakdown of how this is going to work for them. And then Dr. Dawn also did a series of videos that is on the It Works Global YouTube channel. They're quick videos, but that's another great reference that it explains the entire system. And the last thing I swear I have to say about this, I won't cut in anymore, is my brain.
That's what we do. Every conversation with Caitlin and I is like, oh, remember that? Oh, wait, what? It's like this ADD conversation that we have for like.
Yeah, I am so ADD. If I don't say it, I lose it. But really important. really important is that you guys participate on this page. I don't care if it is making your own posts to share with people what you are eating or sharing with people what your workout was. Take a picture of you with your supplements. But the more involvement we get from all of you, the more comfortable the customers are going to feel with sharing their results and participating. And the more they participate and feel like they're a part of something, the more that they are going to like be bonded to this product line and to you as their distributor. And so, that could lead into potential distributors for you, but it also could lead into, people who are customers for life who continue to order.
Yeah, and word of mouth. So, and just another thing too, if you have people that have started on the new system, ask them to post something on their own social media when their system comes and tag you in the photo. Like ask them to post on their own timeline. And like, you can send them a thank you, like say, I'll send you 3 days of greens or on the go, or I'll send you a free facial. If you would post on your timeline when you get your system or something for me.
Or a wow.
Or yeah. Samples of wow. Like, because that's huge word of mouth and you guys aren't having to do the work. I mean, that's crazy. So they'll be posting their own selfies with their new system and all of their friends will see it. And that's just going to spread like wildfire. So just some ideas to kind of get, people to try the system and to get word of mouth out there. But again, now that I'm talking about this, because I just have to say this, we can't give incentives for like signing up customers. We can't say if you sign up to try the system, I'll give you a free facial. That's a no-no. If they're our current customer, and if say, for example, if they do you a favor and they post that on their wall, you can send them a thank you. Okay. That's just my little compliance, little testimony. I don't even know the word, but anyway, moving on. So onto the potential DT page. So this is something that I've kind of been thinking about for a couple months now, and it's harder than you may think putting a potential distributor page together. There's a lot of things that go into it, and there's a lot of logistics to think about. And just when you think you're ready to launch it, then there's something else that comes up. So as time progressed, I was hoping to get it done like before Thanksgiving. And with the holidays, everything just got a little crazy. So we figured it would be best to push it out until the new year. So I created a page called Design a Life You Love. And we wanted it to be something that's not so virtual party. You know what I mean? Not like leave your 9 to 5 today, like not so salesy. We wanted to really show people like what It Works is about, like what we are about. And designing a life that we love is definitely what I think we're all here for. And so this page is going to be for all of your potentials. And this is not something you have to utilize. It's just a tool that we're giving you to utilize should you choose to do that. Okay. So this page.
But I really hope you guys do, because
I do too. It's going to be awesome. And I'm telling you, I figured out how to do iMovie on my Mac, and I feel like I'm like a producer now. I'm not.
Well, and I will say, especially for a lot of you, I hear a lot, and actually I just had the same conversation 3 times today with people who were like, how do I talk to them? Because I myself haven't gotten to where I want to be in the business, or, I'm just a distributor. So how am I supposed to tell someone they need to do this? Because everyone has this feeling that when they start this business, they're like, oh, well, shoot, I'm not going to really be able to, tell people how wonderful it is and get them to join my team until I'm at least a diamond. Well, that's not true, because then nobody would ever get to diamond. But I understand that feeling. So this is a great way for you to just say, like, take the pressure off of you and take the pressure, remove you from the situation, from feeling like you have to convince someone, and just say, I'm going to put you on this page. It's going to give you, a lot of information. You can connect with other people and hear their stories. You don't have to participate, but it's a place to send them to where you don't have to give the validation that you feel like you need to give, that you also feel like you don't have, if that makes sense. Makes sense in my head.
No, it's just inspiring to hear. I think it's helpful to hear other people's stories, and it's helpful to see how these people from all walks of life have made this business successful. So it's not just one person doing it. It's thousands of people that are successful with this business. I think it's very helpful for potentials to see that. So because maybe they're going to relate with one story more than they're going to relate with yours or another person's, like me, I don't have any kids, and I think people relate better when they see other people with kids doing this business, because they're like, you don't have kids, I'm like, I know, but So things like that, I think they're going to find someone that they relate with, that they're like, oh, if she can do it or he can do it, I can do it, that type of thing. So this page is going to be run from, I was said tonight, but I'm going to push it till tomorrow because apparently it's taking me a lot longer to get it. And I want it to be perfect, you guys. I really want it to be perfect. So tomorrow at midnight, or sooner, I'm just giving myself till midnight just in case. But it will be done most likely sooner. We're going to post the link for you guys on the team page. So that page is going to run from tomorrow until April 30th for everybody to utilize. If it's going well, we can keep it going. And then we'll kind of just play it by ear. I have to stress, this is not a distributor page. This is for you guys, but not for you guys. Does that make sense? Like, there is not going to be any of you guys that are going to be added to this page. Okay. And I know Sarah and Danielle did this a couple years ago, and there was a lot of huffiness about that. And it's one of those things where, again, this is voluntary. You don't have to utilize it, but you guys can probably see how that would get quite messy if we started adding distributors to that page with all these potentials. I want to believe everyone acts ethically. I think our team is the most, badass team in the world. I don't think anyone's unethical or doing things wrong, but it's just smart to protect those potentials and keep a small amount of people on that page. Plus, you also want people answering the questions that are going to be answering as corporate would, okay? Because there's people that have been in this business for 2 days, and there's people that have been in this business for 2 years and 5 years and whatever. So you want the more seasoned people who are going to be answering those questions, just so you know the right answers are getting to your potentials and that it's all compliant. So I beg of you, do not ask to join the page because, again, it's going to be a lot for us to run this page. And again, we're up for the challenge and we're super excited to do it. But any way we can minimize any of those, any of those other things going on with that page would be great, because we're going to be being administrators on that page, trying to deal with all the potentials too. So that would be very helpful. Let's see. So as of now, it's going to be Amanda, Caitlin, and myself that are going to be the administrators on that page. We'll be facilitating everything on there. If it turns out that we need more people, which we might, and I'm hoping we will, because that means the page is getting bigger, then we will go. We'll see what we do then. We'll ask some more people to do it, or we'll figure it out as we go. And again, this is kind of trial and error, so I apologize if some things are like, well, we'll figure it out as we go, because honestly, I've never run one of these before. And I talked to Sarah and Danielle briefly about it, but again, our team is different than what they did, and it's a whole new ball game, of course, especially when we're doing it 2 years later. So anyway, I have notes, you guys. Sorry. I try to be highlighting and do notes here. So just a little clarification. You guys are not going to be adding them to the page. They'll be adding themselves. Okay. So it takes a little bit of that pushy feeling away, which is cool, because now you guys can reach out to all your potentials and give them this link and say, if you want to learn more information, which I hope you do, you can go. There's no obligation. Just go to this page and you can watch these videos. We're going to have 5 videos at a time up on there, and you can watch these videos. And I'm debating at this moment in time if I'm going to add I've already asked the people to do the videos, and so we'll cycle those videos out each week and change them up. And I'll probably, as we go, ask for more videos, because we're running it for quite a long time. But the people whose videos I have on that week, I'm debating if we will add them or not to the page, because some people may ask particular questions about those videos, and Caitlin, Amanda, and myself may not know the answer, and it'd just be easier. So, and then once their videos are done, they'll be taken off that page, and so on and so forth. So that's still up in the air. We'll see about that. So what they will do is I want you guys to know what they're going to experience, because I think that was the biggest thing, is people didn't want to add people because they didn't know what they were going to be seeing. Okay. And this is one of those things where, as the leaders on the team, like, we ask you guys to trust us and just know that we have your best interests at heart. And we're going to do everything we can for you guys. So again, this is voluntary. If you want to send your distributors or your potentials here, we would love you to. If you're not comfortable, that's totally up to you, and 100% fine too. Okay. So what your potentials will see if they click on the link and decide to join the group. So again, you're not adding them to the group, so it takes that whole pushiness out of there. They'll be added, they'll be welcomed. We'll do a welcome video, and then they'll check in. So in the check-in process, they will say who invited them. So there's not going to be any question about who added, or, who sent them the link or whose potential this is. Like, we will know. Then there's going to be some documents that are under the, or frequently asked questions document, I should say, under the files tab. And then we're going to put some pictures in there of products that we have, like the corporate product pics of like the skin line and stuff like that. And then they're going to be able to view the videos. So of the chosen 5 that week that we have. And that's what I've been trying to do, is put the videos together and kind of really tell everyone's story and let people really get to know them. And because again, we have so many people from all walks of life that are on our team, and it's so cool to hear each and everyone's story. And again, you don't have to be a triple diamond to get people to join your team. There's plenty of executives, rubies, even distributors that I know that even have just started that I look up to, that I'm like, dang, you're doing so good. Like, I mean, they're inspiring people, and it's all about your excitement. So you don't have to be successful to have a team sign under you. You just have to be excited. But again, this will help because I think it helps your confidence when you first started. I know I would have liked this because I felt the same way. Like, I have not done anything yet with the business. I didn't have the confidence yet. Of course, you think people want to see success before they join you, but what they really want to see is they want to see excitement. So, and of course, they are curious about the success. So that's why these videos will be helpful too. But you're going to see different types of success, personal development success. You're going to see, obviously, financial success. You're going to see all different types. So it's not just about the money. This business, we all know, is more than just about the money. The money is great, but not just about the money. So they'll be able to watch those videos, and then they'll be able to ask questions. So if any of those potentials ask questions, then we as the facilitators will get in touch with you and say, hey, Marissa, your distributor potential was on there, and, she was asking this question. She's super interested. You might want to get in touch with her and just let her know that you're so excited she visited the page, and answer any further questions. So what we're hoping is that this is going to be the shove to get those people that are sitting on the fence to kind of fall to the other side and really take that leap and go. So, and then lastly, if you guys ever have any questions about this, if there's ever any concerns or anything, you can always come to Caitlin, me, or Amanda and let us know. And again, this is going to be kind of play it by ear, kind of a trial and error as we go, but we're going to make it work, and I think it's going to be really great. So the other thing is there are going to be big announcements at conference. Again, I don't know what they are. I know they have something to do with the good bonuses, and I can only imagine, since we hit $1 billion last year and we're going for beyond $1 billion this year, that there's going to be some big bonuses at stake. Okay, so those will of course be made onto the potentials page as those are announced, so that your potentials will see that those bonuses are back and such and such. So we'll keep it updated as much as possible. So, so yeah, that's really all I have. I'm going to post like all this long document thing, and then I have a video that I made kind of going over a little bit that I'll post tonight or sometime tomorrow morning possibly. And again, if you guys have questions or anything, just comment below or send us an email or a text.
Well, and we can post the videos to our team page so you guys can see, like what the videos are that are going there. Because I know like when this was done was like by Danielle and Sarah was right after I had actually just started the business. And I remember what made a huge impact on me was Greta Murray. And I told you guys when I had her on for the training that week, I saw her video, and she was just this like shy, timid mom, and she was crying over, she couldn't believe how much her life had changed, and she was not a salesperson, and you could tell she wasn't a salesperson because she was just so shy and so timid. And, she had already made it to Double Diamond, and it had already absolutely changed her family's life. And then when I saw her a year and a half later at a leadership retreat, I was like, this is the same person, because she was just so confident, and just like the personal development that happened in that year and a half time it blew me away. I mean, she's a completely different person now. She's like a boss. She walks with confidence. She speaks with confidence. You would have never guessed it was that shy person that, you know, couldn't believe they had gotten to double. So I do want you guys to get to see the videos. And then
I have one more really important thing. Sorry, before I forget.
Oh yeah, go for
Probably
it.
the most important thing that I was supposed to say, and then I just got off on something else. You guys cannot share this link publicly. Like, I beg of you, do not share this link publicly at all. Like, not on your profile, not on your timeline, not on your Instagram, not publicly. Like, I can't say that enough, because it is going to be mass chaos if you do. Other teams follow you guys. Other people are going to see that. It's not that I'm not one team, one mission and don't want to help, because I do, but it is not going to be, it is not feasible to like weed through all those people. We're not going to know who's coming from where. I can't check other people's downline, so I don't know who's an actual distributor, who is a potential. And we, again, are building our own businesses too, and we want to do this, but we also need to make it, we don't want to be spending a ton of time on it. So we need to streamline it. So if you want to send that link, which we want you to, of course, private message people, text message people, do not post it publicly, okay? And again, this page, if it doesn't work out, if it starts to be too much work, as Caitlin, Amanda, and I are doing hours a day on this page, like, and it's not really working out, we will have to shut the page down. And we're not hoping, we're not foreseeing that, and we're not thinking that's going to happen. I think it's going to streamline things, but just a warning, like, this is, again, our first time doing it, trial and error, so we'll see how it goes. And it's our kind of gift to you guys, because we want to be able to help and to help you seal the deal and close the deal with those people. So again, just, I beg of you, please don't. And the last time I almost shared it publicly, I was like, hey, anyone want to know more info? Come here. And then I was like, and then Sarah's like, don't do that. And I'm like, oh yeah, that would be why in big bold letters you said don't do that, and then I was going to do that. So I totally did it too, almost, but I'm sure you guys can understand why that would be kind of a problem. So
and they did have people that was actually kind of how the page ended up shutting down, is because they did have people that were sharing the links publicly, and so other distributors were getting in there that shouldn't have been, because they weren't on our team, as well as you know, people like distributors were from other teams were also sending their potentials there and then following up with them. So it was kind of like using our resources, you know, and in the time of our leaders when it, you know, they weren't on the same team. So yeah, keep it private.
It could get a little dicey if that happens. So, and again, we are one team, one mission, but that's just not, it's just too much. And again, unethical behavior could happen, and we don't want anyone in there taking your potentials or doing anything that's not appropriate. So that's not, so just our team. And and the videos. So yes, we want to, every week we'll show you the videos on our Rappers Paradise page, if that's okay. I'm going to just double check with the people that gave me the videos, because I don't want to be broadcasting it if they're not okay with it, but I'm sure they will be. We'll show you guys what your potentials will be seeing. There is going to be a couple other videos, because I'm trying to think of the questions like that I had when I started, and do a video kind of on that as well. Like, how do we get paid? Things like that. Just short videos, like 2 to 4 minute videos that they can watch, just to kind of give them a better idea. So that's a little bit of what it'll be. And do you guys have any questions about it? Because now's the time. Just fire away if you have some questions too.
I have a quick question, Jackie.
Yeah.
I got cut out of the video for 1 second, and so the potentials only page, is this the the life you live, or what page is this called again?
It's just going to be called design a life you love.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because like I said, I got cut out for a second. So
Well, that's no problem. And so we'll post all the info. Like I said, I think I'm going to post it. I said in the video midnight, because I was like totally shooting for tonight. And then you know how all of a sudden you look at the clock and it's 9 o'clock and you haven't showered and you have to do a training, and then you're like, oh. So that's how my day went. So I tried to slap some lipstick on for you guys. Didn't work. So I think it will be tomorrow, because like I said, I want it to be done right, and I want it to be done well, and I don't want to be hurrying to throw everything into this. But I am on the tail end, so I just want need Caitlin and Amanda to look over it, and then once they do tomorrow,
She's from the last season.
can have it. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? How about any questions about the 90-day challenge?
No, yeah, I live in Matt.
No. Okay. Caitlin, what was our next thing?
Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about is, you know, you guys know I'm still not allowed to spill the beans, even though I want to. I'm not allowed to spill the beans about what we have going on for you guys. It's probably the hardest secret I've ever had to keep. But what you guys can do is, because like we have told you in the videos, and we're going to continue to drop hints and give you guys different clues every day and kind of reveal a little bit more each day. But one thing that I have been doing is going back and reaching out to anyone I've ever talked to about the business. Even if someone has sent me a message in the past that's like, what do you do? Like, I automatically put them on my potential distributor list, because obviously they're curious about what I do. So they stay on that list. And so I'm going back through, 2 years of people, and, people I haven't, maybe followed up with as much as I should, and just letting them know, saying, hey, I know I've talked to you about the business before, but I just wanted to reach out to you again, because this is such an exciting time of growth right now. Our team is getting ready to start a program where whoever completes the program is going to be diamond and above. That's 90 days can completely change your life. Our company, this is our busiest time of year for our company, and big bonuses are rolling out. So it's just a really great opportunity to, in 3 months, increase your family's income by $2,000 and get a $10,000 bonus. And I'm giving you guys the generals, obviously, like, I put it together cohesively and I make it personal to them. So whoever it is, I'll throw a few things in there to tailor it to them, and I just, I'll say, so, I don't end things like that with like, would you be interested or something like that. I always will tell them, like, I just can't stop thinking about you for this, because I just know how life-changing it's going to be for you. And I just show, like, that's what I give people. I give them like what this is going to do for them, and how I am so confident. I know that that is what's going to happen. And, I know that Jackie said it in the video, but in case you guys didn't watch, Lisa Fuller, anyone who participates in this program and completes it, is a 100% success rate. So, that's why we're all just so thrilled for you guys, because she's an absolute genius. Jackie and Amanda and I have been paying to go to trainings with her for 2 years. And so to have the opportunity for her to actually work with us and coach us and walk us through her personal system that took her from triple to ambassador diamond in 3 months, like, you guys, it's insane for someone to go from presidential to ambassador in 3 months, because it's such a huge jump. The fact that she went from triple to ambassador, like, in 3 months is just, and she had been stuck at triple for, I think, like a year and a half. I mean, it's insane. So that's what I've really been, people for New Year's, there's 2 goals that they have. And it's one, they want to make more money, especially after coming out of Christmas when they're feeling like they're in debt. But everyone wants to make more money, and everyone wants to lose weight. This is our hot time of year. Like, this is when our business, like, seriously takes off like crazy. And I just want everyone to take advantage of it. I want you guys to know that you're holding a gift to give people. You're holding them something that you can say, like, 90 days and your life will be different. 90 days and, like, your situation will be changed. Like, that's something incredible to give people, especially when it's like 4 out of 5 people are $300 a month away from bankruptcy. So,
that's like crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, it's crazy. So, I just really reach out to people and be thoughtful, but know what you're giving them. This is a crazy opportunity. The other thing I want to say about that, and that kind of also falls into the potentials page, because then after you reach out to them, if you feel like you're like, okay, well, now what do I do? This page is for that, so they can hear all these different stories. They don't feel like you know, because a lot of times people are going to question you. You know, a lot of people have a lot of resistance towards network marketing, you know, and there's been, you know, companies that have created that. You know, ours is not one of them, but because they have that resistance, this gives them a place to where they can hear other people's stories, and all of a sudden they're not feeling like, oh, well, this is just you trying to build your pyramid. It's actually hearing real people talk, and you know, they will find someone they relate to. So definitely take advantage of all of this. And then the last thing I want to say about that is I have this talk. I had this talk last year, and I'm going to have it again this year, and you'll hear me say it next year. When bonuses are coming out like this, and especially during our hot season like this, it like what you do now is really going to change your life forever. You know, like I really wanted to sink in with you guys that 90 days can completely change your life, completely change your finances. Let that sink in, and then also know that it's going to take a little sacrifice from you guys. It's going to take, you know, some hard work. I was talking to a distributor yesterday, and I told her how, you know, until I got to Diamond, I told my husband, he had no idea what I was even doing in this business. And I was already working 2 jobs, and all he knew was that he never saw me, and he didn't even understand this 3rd business I had started. And I would just tell him all the time, because it did create stress in our relationship. And I would just tell him constantly, like, I just have to get to Diamond. As soon as I get to Diamond, like, everything is going to change, but I need to get there, and I need to do whatever it takes to get there. So I'm not going to be as present. Like, we're not going to get to spend the time together we normally do, you know, but I was like, give me this 90 days and everything is going to change. And he did. He trusted me. And I would tell him that, like, you just need to trust me. And he did. And 90 days later, like, our entire world changed. Like, nothing has been the same ever since. And, you know, going into this season now, like, he knows again, I'm like, you know, like, for 90 days, it's going to be crazy. Our relationship's going to be different. You know, the laundry's not going to get done. You know, like, you're going to have to come home from work and do the laundry. The house is going to be a disaster. You know, like, sacrifices are going to have to be made for these 90 days. But is it worth it? 90 days to change the rest of your life? It absolutely is. So just know that. Prepare for that. Prepare your significant others for that. But also let them know what you are going to be able to offer your family at the end of it.
Amen to that. Tim's already doing the laundry tonight. I saw him for 10 minutes while we scarfed our food, and now he's in bed. So actually, I'm not sure what he's sleeping on because he's doing the bedding. So that's bad. But anyway, which means what am I going to be sleeping on? Just a mattress. Okay. Anyway, so quick question. Have you guys printed out your next promotion, or what promotion do you guys want to go for in the next 90 days? Have you printed out your chart?
Yes.
Okay. And if you haven't, make sure you do. Go into your eSuite under Documents and print off either whether you're going for Diamond. And you know what? Let's just do this. If you're going for Diamond, print off your Double Diamond too and staple it to the back, because keep your eye one step ahead. And let me tell Caitlin, I'm so proud of her. Instead of printing off her triple, she just printed off her Prez. And I was like, yeah, girl, that's what you do. So no, I'm so proud of her. But I mean, that's the thing. She will be presidential, and she knows her date. And I have no doubt she'll get there before then. So print off your promotion you're going for the next 90 days, and just for the hell of it, print off the next one and keep that behind there, because you'll be surprised these next 90 days how close you're going to get. Because you're going to get that goal that you're shooting for, but how close you're going to get to that next goal too. So you got to know where you're going. And I just printed off this ambassador chart, and it makes me want to throw up. So I'm so scared. But I saw Greta Murray printed hers like big, and I was like, why does she do that? And then I'm like, oh, because it's miniature and you can't write on it. I'm like, that's why. So literally miniature. I was like, I can't read it. But I'm scared. I'm scared to death, and I'm excited at the same time. And again, if where you're going doesn't scare you a little bit, then, you know, you're not nuts, because it should scare you a little bit. If you're changing your life this way, it should scare you a little bit, but in a good way. So
if you're not scared, then you're not dreaming big enough.
Yeah.
Because every time I constantly get scared. I'm like, oh my God, you know, how am I going to do it? But then I'm like, nope, it's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. So every single one of you should have a diamond chart printed off. And I know some of you on here for sure need to already have a double diamond chart printed off. So
because you guys are, if you look at that, once you get it close to diamond and you start looking at that double diamond, because let's be honest, when we all started, we're like, we want to be diamond, but in the back of our minds, we're like, is that going to happen though? Like that was me. I was like, maybe. I was like, I don't know. And then when I got closer, I was like, this is so going to happen. And then when I looked at double diamond, which I thought would never happen, ever, not going to lie to you, didn't think that would happen. I'm like, that's not that far off. So the jump from diamond to double diamond, not that bad at all. So once you guys see that, you're going to start being like, yeah, I'm going to go double diamond. Like it's crazy how when you start getting close to that goal that you think would never happen, all of a sudden it gets close and you're like, oh, I guess I can do double diamond. And now I'm like, I'm looking at an ambassador chart and I still want to throw up, but I'm like, I'm doing that. 2016, mark my words, I'm doing it. So
well, and honestly, you guys, it happens step by step. I don't know if you guys know this, but Jackie did not tell me when I joined the business that I was going to like have a team under me. Like I thought I was just gonna like sell wraps, and I already knew I wasn't a salesperson. I had no clue that I was like, oh yeah, you got to find other people that want to sell this.
I didn't know that. Probably because I didn't know that because I just started.
Because
I didn't know what the heck was going on.
So we go to this training. It was like right after I signed up, we go to this training at Sarah O'Connell's house, and she has this huge, like, poster size map printed out on a easel of the diamond chart. And she's like standing up there talking, and she's like, yeah, and I know this might seem scary, but all you guys are going to get here. And I was like, I'm going to throw up on my feet right now. I was like, I don't even know one person that wants to do this. And I was like, how many boxes is that? And I was like hot sweating, like just, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And I was terrified. And I like told Jackie, I was like, I don't know how I would do that. I don't know anyone. And Jackie's like, oh, don't worry. I'll help you. She's like, don't worry. I'll help you. Like,
what was I talking about? I didn't know how I was going to do that. So I was like, so that's what I'm saying, guys.
Basically what she did is she walked me through it step by step. So yeah, it looked like a scary, monstrous chart, but getting there didn't feel that way because we took it, you know, a person at a distributor at a time, a loyal customer at a time. We broke it down. We broke it down into tasks, into actions, and got there. And so don't be overwhelmed by it because trust me, I know it looks scary.
It does, but break it down into small things like your diamond chart. Your emerald chart's just 2 rubies, you guys. That's all your emerald chart is. Your diamond chart's essentially 3 rubies. That's all that is. You know, and a lot of you have built to ruby already yourself. If you can build yourself to ruby, you sure as heck can help and find another person to build your ruby and your emerald. So think of it that way. Like instead of looking at all these massive boxes, just like start looking at like, okay, for diamond, I need to help 3 friends go ruby. That's it. That's all, you know? And so it becomes a little bit less overwhelming when you kind of break it down that way. It did for me anyway. It helped me to like scale back a little bit and realize.
You don't have to fill all those boxes, you know, like the team works together. So
yeah.
You know, it's not all you. You don't have to come up with all those distributors. You have to just, you know, help them along.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop the recording at this time, and then we'll still open it up for questions so you guys can ask away.